Hey there, magical water signs. Welcome to your reading for the second half of June and beyond. Alright, let's see what the universe wants you to know. Alright, I'll start with these oracle cards. Acceptance. It's a beautiful card. Chaos. Ooh, storm spirit. Focus. And for the rest, King of Cups, Four of Cups, or water, Knight of Swords. Sort of feel already there's a bit of stagnation here, but it's this card showing it's possible to really cut forward and get out of that. Queen of Swords, more cutting forward, clear perception. The heart of the reading, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which could be really, that card's about having all these fields that you can plant in, but he's just sitting there looking at them. So it is a card of hesitation. We'll see how that comes in. And Temperance, so being able to transform that. Queen of Cups, in touch with your feelings. There's lots of kings and queens. The Hermit, healing. And the Chariot, and moving forward. Alright, let's see how all of this reads. So, water signs. This first row of acceptance, I'm getting a sense of you needing to come into alignment with your situation and where you're at, including your limitations. Part of that, I think, with the King of Cups here is to really get in touch and accept your feelings about things so that you can heal them and move past any regret, self-criticism, or a sense that things should be another way. Part of acceptance is, people often think acceptance equals giving up, but it's actually the opposite. It's coming into alignment with the present moment in all of its fullness, and that takes a lot of bravery. And from that place onwards you have clarity. And I mentioned clarity, I'm just going to jump ahead here. The Queen of Cups here, she's looking forward. Sorry, the Queen of Swords. She's risen above the clouds and she's looking forward with new perception and more truth. Yeah. So part of that might be healing this sense of that things should be another way. That only takes you out of alignment. I'm feeling with this card that we can, without even knowing, like subconsciously just hang on to this fantasy of how things should be. And it really does do a lot of blocking of letting in what is. Sometimes letting in what is right now is painful, especially if you're in a situation that you really don't want to be in. And I'm kind of getting that feeling here that something is rising to the surface and it's starting to unfold to you that there's something out of balance. But rather than be caught up in the fantasy of how things should be, I'm getting a sense here that acknowledging what's out of balance and asking yourself, hey, what can I actually do here? That's a very brave step forward rather than wallowing. There's a kind of a wallowing energy I'm feeling here, or getting stuck in boredom, fixed complaining, or even just like a kind of like detachment from life. So this card moving forward shows that you have capacity to cut through here. Yeah, it's going to take longer. It's not going to be a quick fix, but what is a quick fix is deciding to do it. That is an instant shift in perspective from complaining to action, or at least to setting your intention to prepare for action. Yeah. So middle row, chaos. Chaos, I'm getting a feeling with this is how you're seeing moving forward at the moment. It looks like chaos to you. And so do what you can to reduce, simplify and appreciate and rise above the cloud or the chaos. As much as you can. This could be a simple thing like writing down what you know you've got to do, or doing some kind of dreaming, manifesting to bring in a sense of hope so the chaos doesn't just black you out. I think whatever you can, even if it's getting better sleep to increase mental clarity, do what you can to get that perception and to be able to zoom out a little bit more. So at the heart of the reading with the Knight of Pentacles is this hesitation energy. It's him looking out at the field and knowing he can turn that field into a Garden of Eden, but he's still sitting on the horse and still kind of like nervously assessing the situation. So maybe that fear of chaos is paralyzing you at the moment, and you know, what you resist persists, and sometimes when we resist something or avoid making changes, that actually takes up quite a considerable amount of energy anyway than actually doing it, or at least setting the intention to do it. So there's a bit of a shift going on here. There's a lot of polar opposites in terms of wanting to cut forward with clarity, still hanging on to the past or the what ifs or should haves. And yeah, so it's a bit of a battle. I can feel that. I think bear in mind that life is chaos, and if you grab the bull by the horns, you're going to at least have more semblance of control there. Hitting it head on, calling a spade. It's almost like letting yourself just be hit with the icy cold water of reality at the moment, and then going, hey, now what? So the now what is this card here, which you have the capacity to transform water into wine or base metal into gold. So trust in the alchemist in you, or the transformer in you that has already in the past turned shit situations into good situations, or gotten through and really landed you in good places previously. You have the capacity to do that again. It's a new chapter with new fears, new restrictions, new internal dialogues that you need to sift through. But this card's also, the angelic element of it is that you do have support and guidance, particularly with your higher self. So have those quiet moments with yourself and open up. What you're moving into is focus energy. So this old wizard here. And part of that focus is to hone in on your feelings and valuing your internal space. I feel like with this chaos energy, you're getting locked into the outside world a lot, whereas this is saying you're going to only see chaos if inside is chaos. So you need to reflect, process, honor, and integrate your internal world so that your lens can get a bit of shine back on it, and a bit of clarity. With that comes, some hermit energy, some internal energy. So I think I remember your last reading, you were potentially coming out of that winter energy, but I think that this is different. This is allowing yourself to just have a few quiet moments. So it's not a full-blown being in a snow globe, but it's about filtering into your life and in the spaces and places you can, some quiet moments to just be with yourself, drift, dream. Make sure you don't go into this kind of wallowing, sorry if that's a strong word, but you know what I mean, that kind of, things should be different, fantasy stuff, but more going into how do I want things to be, So it's a wonderful card for getting clear on things, but it does require you taking initiative to be inside of yourself more. And from that place, you're going to see a new path. So the Chariot here is going to give you that sense of, I'm back on track, or I can see now why I went through that, or this is awesome, there's something new opening up. I feel like this is beyond June, it is a bit more down the track, but hang in there for it, and in the meantime do what you can to keep your perspective clear and positive, and work on that avoidance or resistance. Alright, let's deepen this. Wheel of Fortune. So this card here is positive. It's very much about the karmic wheels turning. So there is kind of a journey that you're on that requires a bit of trust in the cosmos and the big plans that kind of are all interlaced around us, but we can't really see. So I'm getting a feeling with this card that you need to trust in the wheel of time, the wheel of seasons, the wheel of rhythms, and your own internal capacity to creatively problem solve and make do with what you've got at the moment. The chaos will lift, as it has many times before. So yeah, just coming with this Four of Cups energy, there is a sense here that with the Ten of Swords, that you really are exhausted by certain repetitive stories that are coming in, perspectives. So it's about actually just letting shit die that needs to die. And what I mean by that is release, surrender, and just giving up in places that you know you need to give up in. They might be those places where you're trying to create an alternative reality, or problem solving something that you don't need to problem solve, and there's actually, you need to save that mental energy for something else. So just really letting things fall away that you know aren't supporting you at the moment and that are sapping your energy. And that's on a sort of psychological level. Beautiful. So the Ace of Discs is just that beautiful seed of potential. So that's coming in here with the Temperance card, which is the Angel card with the different cups. So I think you do have a lot of potential to turn this into a very fortunate situation. There will be an upgrade, and you'll be like, fuck, I'm glad I got out of that shit I was in before. So trust in that seed. Another beautiful Earth card, so Six of Discs, so this is about success and balance, so things will come back into balance. It's interesting, I've got in the middle there, it's in the middle of these two cards, which are the two queens looking at each other. So I think there also is a message here around balancing your mind and your heart, or your mind and your emotions. So yes, value your new perception, but don't live in the head. Value your feelings, but don't just stay there, because they can sometimes turn heavy. So really try and oscillate between these two, and making sure they're on the same page and that you're in charge of both of them. You're the king or queen of both of them, your head and your heart. So yeah, this card's the Two of Pentacles, which is all about change and a dynamic kind of movement coming in, and it is around this resistance or hesitancy, and I think you are quite hesitant to maybe go within, because it's linking to this Hermit card. So change is going to happen no matter what, but if you go in and connect with yourself and your deeper needs and desires, as dangerous as that sometimes feels, the change is going to be in your favor, and you'll be ahead. You'll be co-creating rather than just kind of getting the sort of backlash or the dregs. So I'd suggest that just remind yourself change is happening anyway, but you might as well be in touch with your own inner change so then you can influence your outer change. Last one, beautiful. Abundance, 3 of Cups. So this is just really, as you can see this card, it's just like there's a sense of abundance, more than you need. So that's coming into that Chariot energy, which you're going to head into further down the track once you transmute and process your feelings at the moment, I think, and your perspective. So beautiful card. Help others, ask others to help you with this. So lean on a friend, see a therapist if you need, do some journaling, connect with your higher self. But this isn't a lonely card. This is a card of feeling connected and supported as well to give you that abundance. I also have a feeling that I need to say to you that you are doing so much to help other people right now, and that's where I think you've fallen down the rung a bit. But it's time to fill your own cup up a bit more, at least get clear on where you're at so that you can continue this journey you're on. Yeah, moving through this chaos and into more focus. Yeah, beautiful. Really love this reading for you. Thanks for joining me, and if you've got another dominant element in your chart, my other video, the other air signs, earth signs, and fire, I had to think about that, they're probably going to resonate for you as well. If you don't know if your chart's in dominant in something else, I put a link in the description below. So it's surprising, I've got a lot of air, so I'm pretty much just air, but some people, even though they're a water sign, they might have a lot of fire in there as well, which can cause a bit of chaos, a bit steamy. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Cheers.